for African Americans, for Hispanics, for every demographic. A president that created the lowest level of unemployment. Amen. For African Americans, for women, for Hispanics, for everyone. You see a trend here, folks? You have a president that's willing to take on the DC elite and the Pentagon elite. Not guys like Brian, but guys that sit in offices and want to get a board seat at Raytheon, right? That's why they want to be in the endless wars. Now, I don't know anyone in America. We want to be ready for them. You know, Joe Biden, Obama let the military get dilapidated. I went to a high school that was a big feeder school to a lot of the academies. I had friends that are F-18 pilots that are saying we couldn't get parts. I had friends in the teams. We had high-level targets, you know, like the playing card guys in our sights, but we had to wait from a lawyer from DC. This is another familiar theme, right? So Donald Trump says, how about this? How about we rebuild our military so that if we actually have to use it, we can? How about we let guys like Brian, when they see something on the ground, go get them. And that's why ISIS is no longer a JV player. They're no longer a player, period. That's why the caliphate doesn't exist anymore. Because unlike the Washington Post and the others in the media, we realize that guys like al-Baghdadi are not austere religious scholars. They're the scum of the earth. And that's how dishonest our media is, that they would take a guy that put people in cages, douse them with fuel, and lit them on fire. Oh, Donald Trump, he's an austere religious scholar.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. But again, you can do something about it. You have a president now pulling us out of the endless wars. And more importantly now, you have a president that's achieving something really special. I call it Sasquatch. You know, Bigfoot. This sort of elusive, mystical creature that you've heard about for your whole life, but you've never seen. Middle East peace. Right? Kind of a big one. We've been hearing about it for decades. We haven't seen accomplishment. Donald Trump took a different approach to those things. The New York Times, the Washington Post. What's Trump going to do about this? The experts say this. He's doing it all wrong. I go, oh, okay. You know, the experts say that, but like, can you please articulate what they've achieved in the last few decades? Well, they know better. Well, no, but why? Like, if you know better, then you think you'd be able to move the needle forward. You don't know better, right? But if you're an expert in DC, you get to be an expert for life. Doesn't matter if you're wrong for 50 years straight. No, it doesn't, right? You don't get away with that in the real world. You know, like, I don't know. We have a golf course nearby, right? If you're a professional golfer and you go shoot 175, maybe you can be wrong once. If you shoot a couple 175s, looks like you're off the tour. Right? It's like it's a participation medal world, folks. You know, the experts can stay in it forever. So Donald Trump changes up the game plan. Rather than sort of following Einstein's definition of insanity and doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result, he changed the inputs and the results followed. But more importantly, you don't even hear about it. Right? Nancy Pelosi said that peace deals in the Middle East were a distraction.
Oh, God.
Wow. It was a distraction from hair salon incident.
She's reflecting again.
It was a distraction. So Nancy Pelosi's fine. You cannot go to business. You cannot leave your house. You cannot go anywhere without a mask. You must socially distance. I don't have to do it because I'm Nancy Pelosi. I'm Marie Antoinette of the 21st century. But then more importantly, she gets caught. She gets caught. And rather than just own it, rather than say, okay, I made a mistake, it would have been over in 5 minutes. No, she doesn't do that. And the media covered for her. Remember this? It was a setup. I don't know whether to be like upset or impressed. It's that ridiculous. I'm like, you know, like, I just don't know how I feel. It takes a pair to pull that one off. But third in line to the nuclear codes. Am I not right? If you're third in line to the nuclear codes, but you were set up by your hair salon, now, is that not a bigger problem? Like, if you're set up by your hair salon, how are you going to do against Iran? How about Xi over in China? You think he's more or less ruthless than your hair salon? How about Putin? This is your Democrat leadership, folks, but again, it's easy. When the mainstream media is functioning as your marketing department all day long, you'll never hear about that. The average person didn't hear about peace deals in the Middle East. The week that was announced, they spent more time hitting my sister. Right? You guys saw the RNC when she introduced my father, right? That speech? Remember she told that little story about her 3-year-old son, Theo, right? Who built his grandfather a Lego White House. It was a cute little anecdote, didn't really have anything to do with anything. But the media response, oh, God. 3-year-old kid. We must finish him. Yeah? Rachel Maddow and the likes, you should see the veins bulging out of their foreheads, right? Did he do it by himself? Was he assisted? You see the hatred, right? It's a 3-year-old kid. Doesn't matter. Was he assisted? I don't know, maybe he's 3. Like, probably had some help. Did anyone say that he didn't? But think about it. The average person. It's funny.